Choosing the right keywords and phrases. Best practices for prompt engineering. Continued Part 2. Keywords are the anchors of your prompts. They serve as the bridge between your intent and the AI model's understanding. When you choose the right keywords and phrases, you're essentially giving the model the map it needs to navigate the vast landscape of language and generate meaningful responses. The most fundamental principle is to ensure that your keywords are directly related to the task you want the AI model to perform. If your goal is to generate code for a specific programming language, include language-specific keywords, function names, or libraries in your prompt. For example, if you're working with Python, keywords like Python, function, class, and the names of relevant libraries are essential to guide the model correctly. Strike a balance between specificity and generality. Overly specific keywords might limit the model's creativity and flexibility. On the other hand, overly general keywords could result in vague or irrelevant outputs. Continuing with the programming example, if you're asking the model to generate code for a web page, keywords like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript provide a good balance between specificity, web technologies, and generality, the overall task. Consider using synonyms or variations of keywords to make your prompts more robust. This is especially helpful when you want the model to understand different phrasings of the same concept. For instance, if you're instructing the model to summarize a text, you can include synonyms like summarize, condense, abstract, and digest. If your prompt involves user input or customization, include placeholders for variables within your keywords. This allows the model to adapt to different inputs dynamically. For instance, if you want the model to generate personalized marketing messages, you can use keywords like product_name, user_name, and discount_percentage, and then provide the specific values when interacting with the model. Ensure that your keywords are unambiguous. Ambiguous terms can confuse the model and lead to unexpected results. If there's a chance that a keyword could have multiple interpretations, clarify your intent in the prompt. For instance, if you use the keyword bank, specify whether you mean a financial institution or the side of a river, depending on your context. Optimizing keywords often requires experimentation and iteration. Don't be afraid to try different combinations and see which ones yield the best results. Keep track of what works and what doesn't, and refine your prompts accordingly. Let's illustrate these keyword strategies with a case study involving a chatbot that provides weather information. Initial prompt: provide the weather forecast for city_name for the next number_of_days. In this case, city_name and number_of_days are placeholders for user input, allowing the chatbot to generate weather forecasts for different locations and timeframes. Begin your instruction by clearly stating what you want the AI model to produce. Whether it's a paragraph of text, a piece of code, or an answer to a specific question, make your expectations explicit. For example, if you're seeking a code snippet to calculate the average of a list of numbers, your instruction could be: generate Python code that calculates the average of a given list of numbers. Define any constraints or limitations that apply to the task. Constraints can include word count limits, timeframes, or specific criteria that the generated output must meet. Continuing with the code generation example, you might add a constraint: generate Python code that calculates the average of a given list of numbers, and the code should not exceed 10 lines. Action verbs are crucial for instructing the model effectively. They tell the model what action to perform. Common action verbs include generate, summarize, compare, and explain. In a chatbot interaction, for instance, you might instruct the model: explain the process of setting up a home Wi-Fi network. Ambiguity can lead to unexpected results. Be as specific as possible, especially when your prompt could have multiple interpretations. If there's room for ambiguity, clarify your intent within the instruction. For instance, if you're asking the model to provide information about apples, specify whether you mean the fruit or the technology company. While clarity is crucial, aim to keep your instructions concise. Avoid overly complex language or unnecessary details that could confuse the model. Clear and concise instructions are easier for AI models to process. Just like with keywords, testing and refinement are essential for crafting clear instructions. Experiment with different phrasings and structures to see which ones yield the best results. Learn from your interactions with the AI model and adjust your instructions accordingly. Let's illustrate the principles of clear instructions with a Q&A prompt example. Initial prompt. Answer the following question. What are the primary causes of climate change, and how does it impact the environment? In this case, the instruction is clear. Provide an answer to the specified question. However, clarity can be further enhanced by breaking down the instruction into two parts. Improved prompt. List the primary causes of climate change. Explain how climate change impacts the environment. By separating the instruction into distinct tasks, you provide the model with a more structured and actionable request. In the next video we will explore how incorporating context and contextual prompts can take your AI interactions to the next level. Continue watching to discover how context enhances the power of your prompts. Clear instructions leave no room for ambiguity. They guide the AI model precisely, helping it understand your intent and generate responses that align with your objectives. Subscribe. Thanks.